All right, guys, what is going on? I wanted to give you my kind of final review of One UI 7 on the Galaxy Z Fold 6. And I'm going to start off with the things that I like, or the things that kind of stand out to me that have made a pretty big impact with it. There's a ton of like smaller things in this that obviously I've spoken about. I make so many videos, but these kind of things are, I think, are the biggest things about it. The first one being the new visuals. What I mean by that is when you look at this phone, things just look a little bit different from, you know, these bars up here to up here, where you see all the information for the battery and all that kind of stuff. It looks slightly different. Everything's more rounded and stuff rather than like squared off. And I like it. I know some people don't like it, but you know, the overall aesthetic of everything is very, very good into my eyes. I like the way it all looks. It's just smart and it's well thought out, especially on the Galaxy Z Fold 6. So visuals, you know, is it a huge difference? No, it is a little bit of a difference, and I'm happy with that. Next would be the notification panel. Very cool. I love being able to customize this very easily by just dragging these things around to where I want them to be. Makes total sense where, you know, once I'm good with it, I just hit done, and it will have my quick panel in the way that I like it. But also within here, you can go to panel settings and you can have these things separate so that when you bring down your notifications are on the left, and on the right you have your your quick toggles, you know, the way iPhone does it, which, you know, if you're coming from an iPhone, it's going to make total sense for you. For me, I'll be honest, I don't like this, but I like having the option of it. Maybe over time that I will come to love something like that, but for me, having it together is just a better option for me. But it is nice that they gave us the option built into that. Beyond the notification panel, the app drawer, the vertical app drawer, I love this. I love that it's not left and right now, it's up and down. And I love that the search bar is at the bottom as well. Those are big, big things for me in terms of how they improve things a lot. Something I've been wanting for years, and then I didn't realize I wanted the search bar at the bottom. It just makes it easier to reach, especially on these huge phones that we get, which I love. Next would be the settings search. This is awesome. Like, you can come into settings search and you don't need to know exactly what you're searching for. Like before in the past, you'd have to be like, well, is it display or is it the word screen? You can basically just ask it like, how do I lower the volume of the speakers? And you come in here and you have multiple things that you can come in here and mess with for the volume that you're going in. You can just tap sounds and vibrations for, you know, loudness normalization or media volume limit, you know, depending upon what you're looking for. And you go into there and you're good to go and you're ready to go. Lower brightness display. No, I won't put display, I'll put screen. And I'm like, oh, they will use the word display instead. So it just makes it just, you can search basically with, you can see, try searching for change to gesture navigation, like whatever you're looking for, you can do it with like this AI search. And I love that. It's awesome. It's so much more helpful for people. For someone like me, where I already know what most of that stuff is, not a big deal, but it's just great to be able to find it a little bit easier for everybody on here. Next would be the thing I really, really like, and this is probably one of the bigger things, is the Galaxy is AI. Galaxy AI with Google Gemini built into this. I love now with my power button, I can come in here and I can share my screen live and use my Google Gemini to have it look at my screen. I can also just ask it questions really easily, or have it you know, do whatever, you know, whatever I'm trying to do on here. I can talk to Gemini, I can add search for it right here really quickly. That's awesome. It's built right into the OS, and I can even change this power button menu to ChatGPT or Bixby or whatever else. You give all those options. But beyond that, you know, you go into something like Gallery app, and I have this photo and I can hit the Galaxy AI button. So if we go into generative edit, I can just like circle something or tap it. Maybe I want to get rid of that. So just, there you go. We'll get rid of that. I'm going to erase that, and you'll see I'm going to hit generate. It's going to automatically get rid of that for me and place something else there. So it kind of looks normal and it's not out of place. So the AI actually meshed it up. So now it's like a white plant. So it's very cool. It thinks about what it's doing. It doesn't just, brute force make its way through what it's doing. I got sketch to image. Maybe I want to draw a hat on him, or myself, I should say, or something. Let's just see what it does. I don't know what it's going to do. We'll draw something on here, and it's going to generate something. There's so much fun stuff you can do, and this gets better. Some of the stuff was already here before, but look at it. I put like a cake on my head. Some weird stuff that it can do. And you can even have it. You can even have it do a portrait studio. If I want to be like a 3D cartoon, I can generate that, and it'll create a cartoon of myself. There you go. Perfect representation of me as a cartoon. And there's a lot more in Galaxy AI. A lot of this stuff was already here, but a lot of it's been improved as well. You can record phone calls and transcribe them. They have, when you call somebody, you can speak into another language. It has, real life live translating when you're doing calls. So if you can't speak a certain language, it'll translate it to the other person. And then when they talk, it'll translate it back to your language. So there's tons of stuff in here. AI is a big, big thing on here, and they did a great job with it. Nowbar is pretty cool because you basically get these notifications that'll show up at the bottom of your screen for sports or media player if you're playing media, maps if you're going directions, Samsung Health interpreter, clock, voice recorder. You'll have this little bar at the bottom. I'll show you real quick with the voice recorder. So I've got this down here. It'll either show at the bottom or the top, but it's basically a live little notification that you have up here. You can click and interact with. Sometimes it'll even show up on the lock screen. Like there you go, it's showing up on the lock screen. I can tap it and go into it or stop it or do whatever I want. So it's really nice. It's not perfect. Sometimes I see stuff, sometimes I don't, but the option to just see this get better and more efficient and have more apps in here. There's a rumor that with the Nowbar, you're gonna have a module inside of GoodLock that will give us unlimited apps, or use any app that you want in here. So that'll be cool as well. But ultimately, yeah, it's a good little feature to have. Some things that kind of turned me off about it are, I don't like the battery indicator. I think it's kind of hard to read, honestly. I don't like how the percentage is inside of the battery. I wish it was to the side, or I could get rid of that completely. And maybe once all the GoodLock modules will be there, maybe I will be able to. But right now, without that, I don't believe you can. So that's an annoyance that it's kind of hard to read. I don't like this battery indicator. Definitely a turnoff to me. Next would be the battery life. I have to charge this a lot. At least 2 times a day, sometimes 3 times a day. I use my phone a lot, don't get me wrong, but I cannot get through a whole day, not nearly. It's just, battery life is terrible on this, and I know I'm not alone in that regard. I know a lot of other people have the same issue with the battery life on here. It is a bit of a disappointment with the battery life, so I'd like to see that improved with updates that are coming up, and obviously within One UI 8 when that launches later this summer on the new Z Fold 7. The animation speeds are good. They're not great. So they're good, but they're not great. So like the way the animations look, they're nice. They're pleasing to the eye. They're not perfect. And it would be nice if they were perfect, but this phone still doesn't feel super fast, does not feel it nearly as fast as my Galaxy S25 Ultra. This phone just feels so fast and smooth and great. It's definitely a way better, smoother phone. They always feel like that for some reason. I'm not totally sure why. But at the same time, feels pretty good, or most of the time, but could definitely feel smoother for sure. I wouldn't say it's One UI 7's fault. I would think it's just something that they have going on with Galaxy Z Fold phones versus their other phones. I'm not totally sure why. Beyond that, there's not really a lot that I don't like. I like the update. I think it's a really good update. And the things that I showed you, I think some of the biggest things that changed on here. So let me know what your thoughts are on it so far, the people that have it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.